there is probably one of the most useful things on this program is the pathfinder. Now, say for example, I want to cut a hole in this blue circle, and what I'm going to show you is if you hold Command, press back bracket, you can move stuff forward. You can also, pretty sure the command is somewhere in I think arrange, and you can send backward. Of course the blue circle is already there, so that was stupid. Send forward, bring forward, and then we've brought it kind of in front, because although we have layers, just like Photoshop, the layers can kind of have multiple elements on them, so that's kind of not to get confused. So although we have a layer, we kind of have a layer within a layer here. So we have this above, and if I bring it below once again, so just so you understand that, a useful thing to know is if I make a new layer, say you want to move something to the layer above, select what you want to move, grab this little coloured cube and drag it up here, and now we have a separate layer for our circle and our square, so that's quite useful. Okay, so I'm going to select both of these and go to Object, Compound Path, Make. And we now, this is great because we have now made a kind of hole using our first shape in our second shape. And you know, if I now want to make a third circle, kind of peering in, I'm going to move this down to the bottom layer. Peering in from behind, you can see we have transparency. And the great thing about this is if you want to undo it, you go to Compound Path, Release, and we now have our shape ready to move again. I should probably point out the Pathfinder, which is a more advanced version of what I've shown you. You can add shapes together. I'm going to show you this real quick. I'm going to select all three of these, and sometimes here we have add to shape area, so we've now created a super shape out of three shapes. I'm going to undo that. I'll just change this to a different colour to avoid confusion. Select all these again, and you know, we have subtract here, so here we're at we're subtracting from, this would depend on the order you selected them. I went from here to here, so I selected this first, so I'm removing these from the first one, and you know, so on and so forth. Here we have intersect shapes, which isn't going to work because of the order I've selected them in. You know, you get the idea.